Look, the worst part about business travel is worrying about my wife and kids at home alone. My family's safety is my responsibility. That's why I started researching home security. I called the big alarm companies, checked online, even looked at doing it myself. But the best technology for the best price came from Vivint. They even won the Consumer's Digest Best Buy Award. Yes, Vivint gives me a complete security system, but it does even more. Vivint's video technology is unreal. I can see what's going on in my home right from my smartphone, tablet, or computer. I can even lock the doors remotely if my kids forget. Best yet, I got Vivint's no equipment costs and free install deal. $1,300 worth of camera and security equipment at no charge. Vivint was the easy choice for my family's safety.
Take control of your family's safety with Vivint. Order now for up to $1,500 in security equipment at no charge. Just pay as little as $99 for activation. Plus, call now and installation is free. Call 877-205-0849. 877-205-0849. 877-205-0849. Restrictions apply. 48 or 60-month agreement at minimum. $49.99 per month required. Not available in Louisiana. See Vivint.com for license numbers.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Stress Less Radio with Chere Cofield, the Stress Manager. And I hope that your week has been magnificent so far. I know we only have 2 days out of the way, but it's all about how you start it. That's going to determine how you end it. So hope you all are staying positive, you're staying focused, you're staying less stressed this week. We're going to have a great show this evening. We have a gorgeous young lady, Miss Tanisha Burke. She's going to be my guest this evening. And if you're on my social media sites, you've seen her magnificent transformation that she's made in her own life to live a healthy, happy, and harmonious lifestyle. So I am super excited to have her as my guest today on this evening's show. You know how we do every Tuesday. This is an hour all about you. An hour of relaxation, rejuvenation, and education. So you're going to learn a little something. So, if you don't have your hot cup of coffee or your hot tea or your glass of wine that helps you to relax, I'm going to encourage you to go ahead and get that. We're going to have a great hour of relaxation, rejuvenation, and education this evening. I want to welcome everyone. If this is your first time listening to Stress Less Radio, we have a good time. We have a ball. Our guests pour into the audience and give you some good tidbits to take away with you. But before we get to talking to our guests, we always like to thank our amazing sponsors because without them, we would not be on the air. So I'd like to thank May We Help You Radio Network, Adam and Eve, Total Woman Wellness, and, of course, Chere Cofield International, who are our sponsors for tonight's Stress Less Radio show. Remember, stress comes from challenges being greater than our ability to deal with them. So what we encourage you to do is get a pen and paper and write down some of the tips that we're going to share with you this evening to help you to be able to better deal with those challenges, those problems, those tragedies that may be happening in your life. Hey, guess what? We all have stuff. We all have junk. We're all going to go through something. But it's the way that we work through those problems, those trials, those situations that determines the outcome. Remember, positive actions plus positive thoughts plus positive actions is definitely going to bring you those positive outcomes. So every week we give you a stress-less tip of the week to help get you through your busy work week or your week in business. So this week's stress tip is to hit the delete button on one thing that is causing you stress in your life. That's right. Just like you have your computer, you have that delete button on your computer. If you don't want something there, you just hit delete. We're going to tell you to do the same thing with whatever is causing you stress in your life. Go ahead and hit that delete button. And if you're deleting one thing a week out of your life that's causing you stress, guess what? It's going to help you to reduce your stress tremendously. So just think about it. You can sit down, write the things down on a piece of paper that are actually causing you stress in your life, And then the things that you're able to hit the delete button on, now don't try to hit delete on your kids. That's not going to work. They are here to stay. Even when they move out, they're still here to stay. So don't try to hit delete on your kids. But things that you know you can remove. If you have bills that are really, really stressing you out, start chipping away at it. Hit the delete button on some of those bills by, paying a little bit at a time. If you know you're in that relationship that is just driving you crazy, hit the delete button to take care of yourself. You only get one chance at this thing called life. There are no do-overs. The only time you get do-overs is when you close your eyes and wake back up. But if you don't wake up, guess what? There are no do-overs. You get one chance at this thing called life. Once it's over, it is over. Our relaxation destination for this week, we give you a relaxation destination each week so that when you're doing your creative visualization exercises, you don't have to guess where you're going to go. So we're taking you to Mexico. That's right. We've gone to Mexico before on Stress Less Radio, but this week we're going to go to Mexico again because today is Cinco de Mayo. Before I talk about Cinco de Mayo, though, let me tell you a little bit about Mexico's weather. It is 80 degrees in Mexico right now. Woo-hoo! It's similar to our weather here in the D.C., Maryland, and Virginia area. So definitely a great look. Go to Mexico when you're doing your creative visualization. Imagine yourself right there on the beaches with your heels kicked up. You can even put on your sombrero if you like and put on your colorful clothing and your swimwear. Enjoy the beautiful sandy beaches and the water. But actually put yourself in that environment. It will help to lower your blood pressure, help you to de-stress, help you to relax. Go ahead, it's okay. You can wiggle your toes all you like and listen to the water hit the shore. Use Mexico as your creative visualization destination all throughout the week so that you can relax. As I mentioned before, today is May the 5th, and it's been labeled the 5th of May, or Cinco de Mayo, and it's actually a Mexican holiday that celebrates the Battle of Puebla, and that took place in 1862. And it's funny because as I was reading up on Cinco de Mayo, it looks like Americans put more stock into Cinco de Mayo than actually natives of Mexico. It's been misconceived that Cinco de Mayo is Mexican Independence Day, and that is just not accurate. September 16th is actually their Independence Day. So where Cinco de Mayo came in is that in 1861, France sent this huge army to invade Mexico so that they could collect some war debts. And the French army was way bigger than the Mexican army, and so they went to Puebla. And it was crazy because the Mexicans actually won this huge victory, which was against all logic. So they just knew, the French knew they were going to beat Mexico. But actually the Mexicans actually won this huge victory, even though it was short-lived and the French army came back and took over Mexico City. For that moment, they celebrated that battle of Puebla. So that's where Cinco de Mayo comes in. I think Americans, we just all get happy because we're never going to get some drink specials, right? Yeah, that's what it is. You want some tequila for 2-for-1 tequila or something like that. So have fun. Be safe today on Cinco de Mayo. I just wanted to give you a little history on Cinco de Mayo. So it looks like we put more stock and more importance on Cinco de Mayo than what actually Mexican natives do. Again, as I mentioned before, you're tuned in to Stress Less Radio with Chere Cofield, the Stress Manager. Make sure you tune in every Tuesday at 6 p.m., where we give you an hour all about you to just relax, rejuvenate your mind and your body, and get educated by our dynamic guests. As I mentioned, tonight's guest is Miss Tanisha Burke. She's going to pour into you and talk to us about how important it is to live a happy, healthy, and harmonious lifestyle, and how important it is to incorporate a healthy diet and exercise into your life when you're talking about managing your stress. Now, I always like to give some different events that are going on in the D.C., Maryland, Virginia, and surrounding areas just for you to, decide if you want to take a part in them. There's a 2-hour teleclass that I'm excited to be a part of called Stress Less and Be Your Best, Real Strategies, Real Results. And I've teamed up with 3 other stress managers from all around the world, and we're actually going to do this 2-hour teleclass on May the 20th from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's a $29 investment, and if you want to know more information, just visit me on my social media website on Facebook, Chere Cofield, INT, or you can go to eventbrite.com, stress less and be your best on Eventbrite, and then you can purchase your ticket there and be a part of that event. So if you're looking to reduce some stress and learn different ways to manage your stress from the experts in the field of stress management, that's definitely a 2-hour teleclass that you want to invest in. We're going to be talking about managing that work-life balance in 5 easy steps. I'm going to bring you 7 ways to find peace after tragedy. Then we have SOS, surviving office-related stress, and then stress-free zone in relationships at home. So we're going to delve into all different areas of managing your stress in every aspect of your life. Also, there's a 2015 Power to Be Tea being held. It's a panel discussion being held on Saturday, May the 9th. That's this Saturday coming up. It's actually in New Jersey. I'm excited to be a part of this event and support my twin power, Cheryl Wood. She's going to be one of the mompreneurs and the motivational speakers at this Power to Be Tea. But they have some amazing women that are going to be there. They have Angela Brown, who's the founder of A Woman's Business. We're going to have Natasha Brown. She's with CBS. She's an anchor and reporter for CBS. She's going to be there. Anti-trafficking advocate Kelly Master. She's going to be there, as well as New Jersey's Assemblywoman Gabriel Mosquera, if I'm pronouncing her name right. I hope I didn't butcher that too much. But if you're interested in going, it's very affordable. It's a women's tea. We get to dress up a little bit, put our hats on, ladies, and just have a good time together, network, and talk about some important issues. That website is awomansbusiness.org, awomansbusiness.org. So I look forward to my road trip going on up to New Jersey. It's going to be on a golf resort. I think it's the Trump Golf Resort. So it's going to be a really, really nice event if anyone's in the New Jersey area and would like to participate. Also, mark your calendars down for the 2nd annual Playtime is Over conference hosted by Cheryl Wood and Powers. It's going to be on November 6th and 7th. I'm also excited to be a power speaker for her conference. But let me tell you, ladies, this has been a dynamic first conference last year that we were at. She had some amazing speakers that poured into all of us. I mean, you walked away full, believe me. And so I know for sure she has some amazing speakers that are going to be there. I know Reston Limousine owner is going to be there. She has a lady from Essence. She's the chief editor from Essence, Nikki. I drew a blank on her name. But, yeah, she's big time with Essence magazine. So she's going to be speaking to us and really pouring into us and hopefully giving us some tips on how Mickey Taylor, that's her name, it came back to me. Mickey Taylor, she's the editor-at-large at Essence magazine. Also, we're going to have Community Affairs Director from Radio 1, Ebony McMorris, is going to be there. So we have a lot of people that are going to be pouring into us. Playtime is over. That's so important. Playtime is over. And in addition to that, Brett Jeffrey, she's the associate producer for Harpo Studios. She's also one of the other power speakers. So if you haven't gotten your ticket for the 2-day conference, Playtime is over, go to ptioconference.com and make sure you invest in yourself and in your business by attending that power conference. Last but not least, June 27th, I want to invite everyone out to a free book release. I'm one of the contributing authors of the Fearless Living Experience. It's going to be at the Arundel Preserve Hotel right in Arundel Mills, Maryland. Come on out, join us. We're going to release that book. It's a book collaboration with some amazing women authors, and we're all going to talk about our fearless living experiences. And come on out, get your book, and network. And then also there's a free Wealthy Artist Summit also that I'm taking a part of. Break the starving artist mold, tap into your confidence, and take control of your career. It's with Nicole Peterman. Her and I did a summit. We did a webinar together, and it's a totally free webinar that you can take a look at. It's thewealthyartistsummit.com, thewealthyartistsummit.com. Make sure you sign up for your free spot there so that you can take a look at her and I talking about stress and being successful by managing your stress. So, again, thank you so much for tuning in to Stress Less Radio with Chere Cofield. Don't forget our Stress Less tip of this week is to hit the delete button on one thing causing you stress in your life. If you do that each week, you're going to be happier, healthier, and your whole lifestyle is going to be harmonious. Our relaxation destination, again, is Mexico. Why? Because today is Cinco de Mayo. So we're going to celebrate Mexico today. And their weather is 80 degrees. So without further ado, I am going to introduce you to our special guest for the evening. And normally, I do 2 guests for each show, but I know that this young lady has so much to talk about because she's accomplished so much in her life. Tanisha Burke, she's a wellness coach, and she's the CEO of Fit for Life by Tanisha. She offers one-on-one wellness coaching services and customized lifestyle programs. Tanisha has lost, listen to this, 103 pounds in 18 months. I'm going to repeat that. Tanisha has lost 103 pounds in 18 months, and she has a passion for helping others to live a healthy lifestyle through fitness and nutrition. Tanisha is married with a 1-year-old son, and she resides in Rockledge, Florida. So we would like to welcome you, Tanisha, to Stress Less Radio. I am so happy to have you as a guest this evening. How are you?
I am wonderful. I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, my goodness, 103 pounds? That's another person.
Yes, it was.
Wow, you look fabulous. If anyone hasn't seen her photo, if you look at Chere Cofield INT on Facebook or on my Instagram, Chere Cofield INT, you'll see her before and after picture, and she looks like a totally different person. She looks fabulous. Tell everyone tuned in what made you even want to start on a journey to a healthier lifestyle.
Hello?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now. Yes. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Oh, okay. Oh, I said, can you tell everyone what made you start on your journey to a healthier lifestyle?
Well, I have to actually go back a couple of years. I had met my husband online, actually, and one of the things that he and I loved to do was to ride roller coasters. And we were living in Pennsylvania at the time and drove all the way to Sandusky, Ohio. Hello?
I think we have a bad connection, Tanisha. Is it possible you can move to a different area maybe? We want to make sure we hear everything you're saying.
Sure, absolutely.
No, that's pretty clear right there wherever you are.
Okay.
We're gonna have you holding one leg up with a hanger and everything, so we can hear everything you're saying.
Good thing I'm flexible. I can do that.
That's the privilege of live radio. There you go.
Right.
So, all right, we can hear you now. So please repeat what you were saying. Go back to the beginning of your story.
Sure. What I was saying was I had actually met my husband on the Internet. I call him my computer love. And one of the things that he and I had in common was that we both loved to ride roller coasters. And we were living in Pennsylvania at the time, and we decided we were going to drive to Sandusky, Ohio, to go to Cedar Point. Have you ever been there?
I've been through there. I've never actually been to Cedar Point. I'm not a roller coaster fan.
Oh, you're not? Well, that was one of the things that we both loved to do. And at the time, they had the Millennium Force roller coaster, and it was new, and it was the biggest, baddest, fastest roller coaster in the U.S., and we go there, and we're waiting in line, and as we get close to the entrance of the ride, they had a sample of the seat there, and, to make sure you're tall enough and you can fit in the ride, and I looked at that seat, and then I looked down at my thighs, and then I looked at the seat belt, and then I looked at my stomach, and I just knew that I was not going to fit on that ride. Talk about stress.
Tanisha, are you on speakerphone?
No, I'm not, actually.
You're not? Oh, we're still having a little bit of difficulty hearing you. You're going in and out.
Okay, hold on. I am so sorry. let me move over here. Hold on.
We just want to make sure we're hearing everything you say. We want everyone to get all this juicy information.
Do I sound better from here?
Yes, that's much better.
Okay. But I saw the sample seat in the front of the ride and realized that I was not going to fit on this ride. And that was very stressful. It was humiliating. You know, I told my husband, you know, I can't get on this ride. I'll just wait for you. And that was the turning point in my life when I was like, you know what, I really need to do something, because that was the first time that I realized that my health and my weight were stopping me from doing things that I like to do. And that was the beginning. Yeah, that was when I, you know, really started educating myself on weight loss and things that cause obesity. And a lot of people are under the misconception that people are overweight because they eat too much. And in some cases that is true, but there are so many other factors that contribute to being overweight. There are genetics, there's medications that some people take, the quality of our food, you know, preservatives and additives and high fructose corn syrup, and, you know, there's just so many other factors that lead to that. And to be honest, most people that are overweight and trying to lose weight, they typically don't eat enough, number one. They're eating the wrong foods and they're not eating enough. So I really just took the time to educate myself, and that was definitely the turning point for me.
Wow, that's really good. You know, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then when we come back, Tanisha, we're going to find out from you what kept you motivated, because, you know, a lot of people, they don't have a problem getting started, but then they have a problem with following through and finishing it. And it looks like you were very successful at staying consistent and following through. So when we come back from our commercial break, we'll touch on that. Don't go anywhere. You're tuned into Stress Less Radio with Chere Cofield, the Stress Manager, and we're talking with Tanisha Burke and her success story about how she shed some unwanted pounds. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on May We Help You Radio Network.
Hey, Chef Jovi here of the Eatsperience Radio Show. Join me 10 a.m. every Thursday to explore recipes, best restaurants, and food spots in and around the country. I look forward to receiving your comments, so follow us on Spreaker.com to tune into the show. That's SPREAKER.com. And search MWHY Radio to join me every Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Eatsperience Radio Show. And remember to share your Eatsperience.
If you're the parent of a child with behavioral challenges that has been suspended, expelled, or just not able to make it in a traditional school setting, there is an alternative. Call the Metropolitan Day School today. Licensed and accredited grades K through 12. Call 804-321-2595. Financial assistance and after-school programs are available. Let's turn this school year around right now at the Metropolitan Day School, where Eagles soar. Call Ms. Thomas today. 804-321-2595.
Hello, I'm Sherelle of Fit and Flow Yoga Radio. Wake up with me every Friday at 6 a.m. and have a wonderful yoga experience. We'll explore meditation and discuss how various yoga postures can help relieve your everyday stress. We'll also make the connection between our faith and wellness. Follow us on Spreaker.com to tune into the show. That's Spreaker, SPREAKER.com. And also search MWHY Radio to join me every Friday at 6 a.m. for Fit and Flow Yoga Radio with Sherelle. And until next time, surrender to your strength and always embrace your flow.
Hi, this is Capri Smith of the Uncuffed Radio Show. Join me every Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to learn how you can grow in your business, personal environment, and reach your true potential while uncuffing what is binding you. Only on the May We Help You Radio Network.
All right, we are back. You're tuned in to Stress Less Radio, I am Chere Cofield, your host, better known as the Stress Manager, and we are speaking with Tanisha Burke. And she was talking to us prior to the break about different factors that can affect your weight. So I don't think anyone woke up, Tanisha, and said, hey, I want to be fat today. I don't think that anyone would wake up and say, hey, that's the way I want to be. So it's a constant struggle for everyone. As you mentioned, there are factors such as genetics, medications, the quality of your food, the ingredients in food that could cause us to have so many different variations in our weight. And I'll commend you because it looks like you had a great start and you actually followed through and you finished your weight loss journey. So talk to us about what kept you motivated.
Well, there is a couple of things. I truly believe that in order to stay motivated, you can't just have one thing. And I think what a lot of people do is they use the scale as their main focus of motivation. And as we know, sometimes we get up in the morning and we weigh ourselves, and the scale is the last thing that we want to call our BFF, and sometimes we want to just throw it out the window if it doesn't tell us what we want. So, I definitely think the scale can sometimes, in most cases, I usually just use the scale as a tool to let me know, am I eating the right things, or, what's working and what's not. For me, I had a few motivations. One of them was my son. I had previously lost 80 pounds and then gained the weight back, and I had my son, and I thought to myself, before when it was just me and I was overweight, it didn't really affect anybody but me. But now I have a son, and I need to be there for him. And I didn't want to be the mom that, took their son to the park and was sitting down because I was too overweight with him. Or, I thought about how cruel kids are these days, and I didn't want my son to be bullied because his mom was overweight, because I remember being bullied throughout school because of my weight. So, he was definitely one of the motivations for me. Another motivation thing that I used to keep me motivated was actually my Facebook page, believe it or not. I originally started my Facebook page, Tanisha Fit for Life, as a way for me to journal my healthy lifestyle journey. I just wanted to keep it separate from my personal page, and it became a motivator because I started using it to post every single one. So if I knew I was at 5 o'clock in the morning the next day, I would post that I'm going to go to the gym at 5 a.m., and, kind of once you put it out on Facebook, you got to stick to it because people will call you out on it. And I would get up so I would get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I would take pictures of how dark it was outside and, take pictures of me at the gym. And usually by the time I came out the gym, the sun was rising, so I started posting pictures of the sunrises. And, people saw that I was actually doing what I said I was going to do. So Facebook became a very good motivator for me. People were telling me that I was inspiring them and motivating and helping them, and that in turn helped me. I started joining a lot of health and fitness groups in Facebook, and just, it's so important to surround yourself with people that are living the lifestyle that you want to live. If you surround yourself with couch potatoes, you will be a couch potato. People who don't want to do anything but sit down and, watch TV and drink and eat. That's what you become. But even on the days when I was unmotivated to work out, I would be on Facebook and, because I was in a lot of groups of health and fitness, that is what my timeline was consumed with. People posting their workouts or talking about working out or posting pictures of healthy meals. And so when I mentally lost that motivation, I would just watch my timeline, and then I would get energy from that, and that motivated me. So.
Oh, yeah, that's important. And I want to touch back on what you said about posting it on Facebook. I have a group on Facebook called Accountability Partners. I would love for you to also post in that group whenever you're able to, whenever you want to, feel free. Everyone's encouraged. Accountability Partners, that's just what it's about. Now you have a whole group of people that are watching you to say, hey, she said, she said she was going to be losing weight. She said, and then, people are quick to call you out.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
It is so important to have accountability partners. And I love the part that you said about surrounding yourself with others who have common goals. You're right. You can't hang around a couch potato, somebody who's sitting there eating potato chips, who's a couch potato, and not moving, and then feel like you're going to be motivated or energized when you don't have that extra boost. Because that was something that used to keep me from going to the gym years ago. I don't have anybody to go with. Well, you know what? You have to be a self-starter and you have to be a self-motivator, but it's also important to have people around you that are pushing you towards your goals. So I definitely wanted to hint back on that. Tell us how important – I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say what you were saying about having partners. A lot of times I always have to tell my clients to be careful with trying to get a fitness partner. We all want that one friend that's going to go with us to the gym, and, that works great. You guys make a commitment. You're going to go Monday, Wednesday and Fridays, and then Friday comes and you're like, all right, we're going to the gym. And she's like, well, I can't make it this Friday. 9 times out of 10, your partner quits, you quit too. So like you said, you do have to be a self-starter, and you have to be willing to go even if your partner doesn't go. So, that is definitely one of the biggest things that causes us to stop going to the gym. They hook up with someone who they think is going to be their partner through that journey, and then, that person falls off, and you got to just remember your journey is not their journey.
Exactly, and your fitness goals may not be their fitness goals. And then sometimes you can take that one person to the gym and you're trying to be serious about your workout and they want to play and talk, and so it's a distraction.
Yeah.
So you definitely, I have been there, I have done that. I've gone to the gym and actually got nothing done because I'm too busy cracking up laughing at my girlfriends or I'm too busy talking to them or watching what's on TV, and I look up, an hour's gone, and I've walked on the treadmill maybe 10 minutes out of the hour. So you have to definitely be careful who you choose for your fitness partners. Tell us how important it is to evaluate what you're eating when you are in when you're in a journey to live a healthier lifestyle.
I like to say, losing weight is probably 70% nutrition, easily, if not more. You cannot out-exercise a bad diet. There's been times when, it's true, there's been times, a lot of us, we yo-yo dieted our entire life. We'll do a diet for a little while and we lose the weight and then we gain it back and then we lose it and we gain the weight back, plus 10, plus 20. It seems like each time you gain back more. And one of the things that took pretty much my entire life to really click is that it takes both fitness and nutrition to live a healthy lifestyle. So there were times when I would eat horribly, but I was going to the gym. And initially I lost weight, but then I gained it back, and I couldn't understand why I was gaining it back. It's because you cannot out-exercise a bad diet. So a lot of people, when you're trying to lose weight, you have to focus on eating protein and vegetables. And then when you're trying to maintain your weight, you want to focus on eating proteins and healthy fats. And when you're trying to build muscle, you focus on proteins and carbs. So, those formulas there kind of help people out. But nutrition is so important, so important. I also noticed that a lot of people, a lot of people don't know, they're not eating enough. And the more you work out, the more you need to eat.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
True.
And I think that's that misconception that a lot of people have is that, you know what, if I want to lose weight, I got to cut back on my calories. I got to stop eating. Actually, the more you exercise, the more frequently that you eat, you're actually speeding up your metabolism, and you're actually helping yourself to lose weight more. And I find that when I do that, I stay hungry constantly.
Yes.
I stay hungry constantly. I'm like, wow, I keep eating. But it's just important to know that when you're eating that every 2 hours, eat, healthy snacks. So I've been trying my best, I know, to go raw and eat more raw fruits and vegetables, cut back on the carbs, like you said.
Absolutely.
Get rid of the white stuff and try to eat more browns. I cut back on bread. I do treat myself on the weekends though. Like, so how important is it to treat yourself when you're trying to get on this healthy journey? How important it is to, not be so rigid with your diet.
Right. Well, and that's the thing. It's like we really have to get away from the word diet, because to me, diet means it has an expiration date. It means at some point you're going to stop doing it, right? If you think about it, every time you do it, you're going to stop doing it. So I always say eat according to your goal. Real simple. You're not on a diet. You're eating according to your goals. And if your goal is to lose weight, then you're going to focus on, eating your proteins and your vegetables, and you're going to exercise, and, you're going to make healthy choices. It's important to know, what your calorie range is for the day. For me, it's 1,200 calories, unless I'm going running. Then I need to bump it up to 1,500 calories. So if I know I'm going to go out, to dinner tomorrow night, I can plan accordingly, and I can, cut back my calories during the day so that I can eat whatever I want when I go out to dinner. I'm not depriving myself. I'm not going to order just salad on the menu. Salad is something rarely, believe it or not. I love salads, but I don't feel I need to eat salads just to lose weight. If I order salad, it's because I want it. But I'm very careful about the other foods that I eat. And I am a foodie, Chere. I love food, okay? I love flavorful, soulful food. So if someone told me I had to eat, cottage cheese and salads to lose weight, I'd be big all my life. That just doesn't work for me. So, I always, tell my clients, eat what you like to eat, but stay within your calorie range and make healthy choices.
Yes, I agree with that. Touch on how important water is when you're trying to maintain a healthy lifestyle. How important is water? How much water do you drink, in a 24-hour period? How much water would you say you drink?
Water is extremely important. I mean, water is, what keeps our organs going. Water is what, we use to flush out the toxins in our body. Water is extremely important to lose weight. I personally, there's you can find a lot of documentation, on the internet about how much water one should drink. I always say at a minimum 64 ounces, at a minimum. But really you should be drinking half your water weight in ounces. So if you weigh 200 pounds, you should be drinking 100 ounces of water a day. I shoot for 64 a day, and let me tell you, drinking water is still a constant struggle for me. It's something that I have to constantly work at. I keep a water bottle by my nightstand, and as soon as I wake up, it's the first thing. I try to make sure I do not leave my house in the morning without having drank 8 to 16 ounces of water, just to get me started.
So you're saying drink half of what your body weight is. So if you're 180 pounds, you want to drink at least, 90 calories. 90 what?
Ounces?
What is it, 90 ounces of water? Is that how it goes?
Right. So you take your weight, cut it in half, and then make that ounces, and that's how much you should drink. So it is I actually have a water bottle that I just picked up, and it has times on it. So you drink according to the time. So, if it's 3 o'clock, you should be at this level. At 6 o'clock, you should be at that level. And, you fill it up twice a day, so 32 ounces. So by noon, you should have drank 32 ounces, and then you fill it up again, and then by 6 p.m., 7 p.m., it's another 32.
Oh, okay. That's a good concept.
And, the other thing, too, with when people are starting to drink water or trying to increase their water, they realize that they're going to the bathroom what seems like every 10, 15 minutes. And it's true, because they're trying to consume too much at one time. But those first 2 weeks of increasing your water intake, you will find yourself going to the bathroom a lot. But if you can just make it through the first 2 weeks and be consistent with the amount of water you're drinking, your body will be hydrated and you will not go to the bathroom as frequently.
Yeah, and you'll notice that your skin is clearer. Also, I've been on a journey to drink more water as well, and I noticed that once you start drinking water, other beverages do not quench your thirst as much as water does. So you know, I'll try to cheat a little bit and get a juice or drink something else, and it's like I'm still thirsty and I still have that craving for that water. So it definitely turns into a lifestyle of drinking water once you just start. And like you said, I think that once you do something for at least 7 days, you're on a journey to continue to do it.
Correct. And it takes 21 days to make or break a habit.
Mhm.
So you gotta stick with it. You know, push through those first 3 weeks, and it should become a lot easier for you. And actually, you know, creating that routine is what becomes the lifestyle. That's actually one of the principles of my business, is that routine equals lifestyle. And if it never becomes a routine, it will never become a lifestyle for you. So you always want to, whatever you're going to start doing, you don't want to start it if it's something for 30 days or until the summertime or through the winter. You don't want to do that because that'll never become a lifestyle. Whatever you start doing, you have to imagine, I'm going to be doing this for the rest of my life. And if you can live with that and see yourself doing it for the rest of your life, then it will become a lifestyle for you at some point.
Wow, yes, indeed. Well, listen, we're going to take another quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll talk to you about your exercise regimen, how often you're exercising, and then just delve into some other areas that you help people to maintain a happy, healthy, harmonious lifestyle and ways that you de-stress and maintain your happiness and your health. So don't go anywhere, everyone. You're tuned in to Stress Less Radio with Chere Cofield, the Stress Manager, and you're listening to May We Help You Radio Network. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more from Miss Tanisha Burke.
The Queen Esther Radio Show is live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join me, Jessica Taylor,
and me, Jason Mosley, to be entertained by authors, artists, and spiritual leaders.
We look forward to being a blessing in your life every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Only on the MWHY Radio Network.
The Tanya Free and Friends Talk Show is happy to announce our partnership with the May We Help You Radio Network. You can now catch the rebroadcast of our Wednesday show every Thursday at 6 p.m. That's Tanya Free and Friends, the podcast, every Thursday evening at 6 p.m. We welcome your comments and opinions 24/7 at TanyaFree.com, Facebook and Twitter, or send me a text by texting the word Tanya, that's 72727. Tanya Free and Friends, and May We Help You Radio. Living life with a purpose.
Hi, this is Benita with Off the Vine. Join us on Fridays at 3 o'clock for fun talk about wine. This season, I'm going to put this little sommelier certification to work as we expand the conversation to talk about beer and spirits too. Meet more exciting special guests, and you never know just who may show up at the studio. Off the Vine with Benita on the May We Help You Radio Network, giving you something to whine about.
Incarceration doesn't just affect the one behind bars. It affects everyone. Here's your chance to let others know that being locked up leaves others locked down on the outside, hurting emotionally, economically, and spiritually. We want to know how you feel. Go to www.lovelockdownseries.com and make your creative voice heard. lovelockdownseries.com. We are listening.
Hi, my name is Letitia M., owner of May We Help You Network. I want to thank you for joining us and enjoying our host here on MWHY Radio Network. Please visit us online at mwhyradio.com and like us on facebook.com/MWHY Radio. Tune in to learn more about our hosts and upcoming contests and our TV programming that'll be coming to you soon. MWHY Radio. bringing together business, community, and you.
Welcome back. You're tuned in to Stress Less Radio with Chere Cofield, the Stress Manager. And we've been talking to Miss Tanisha Burke. She's a wellness coach. She's the CEO of Fit for Life by Tanisha. And she offers an array of wellness coaching services and customized lifestyle programs. And if you are on my social media sites, you'll see her before and after picture. She successfully lost 103 pounds in 18 months. And so now it's become her mission, her passion, to help others to live a healthy lifestyle through fitness and nutrition. And before we went on commercial break, we were just talking about how 70% of your weight loss or your health journey is what you're eating, what you're ingesting, what you're putting into your body, and making sure you're surrounding yourself with others who have common goals. Don't partner up with that couch potato or you may become a couch potato. And then lose the scale. You know what? Every time I've ever tried to shed some pounds, I don't step on the scale because it can be a source of discouragement if you stay the same or even go up. But sometimes it could be a variety of different issues that's going on. It could be genetics, medications. It could be water weight that you're holding on to. It's so many different things that it could be. So get rid of that scale. I always like to gauge it by how my clothes fit me and just continue to be consistent. Consistency is the key. Would you say so, Tanisha?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You have to be consistent, and you have to be just dedicated. You got to have that passion. You have to find that one thing or two things that you know, the reason. You have to always go back to the reason why you started the journey in the first place, because there'll be a lot of things that may cause you to fall off track, and you'll have to recall the reason why you started the journey in the first place, and that should be your motivation to get back on track.
Now, what if your journey is just you just want to look good? I mean, what if that's your mission? What if that's your purpose? Is there anything wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that, but at the end of the day, you know, it's about being healthy. You have to be healthy. A lot of times when I'm meeting with my clients, I always ask them, you know, what's your goal weight? And usually, you know, people who are severely obese or morbidly obese, and I'm talking about people who are in the upper 200, 300, 400-pound range, and you ask them what their goal weight is, and they still give you a number that's considered overweight. And it's because they have so much weight to lose, they cannot imagine themselves at a healthy weight. So they pick a number that's high, but I always tell them, even at that high number, your BMI is like over 40. You know, and so you have to, you know, help people get down to their goal weight in small doses. You can't just give them the big picture. I always tell them the moment that you get down to that 200 pounds, your initial goal weight, you'll look in the mirror and you won't be happy because you'll be able to see, oh, well, I can lose, you know, some of my thigh or some of my stomach. You'll always see another 20 pounds that you can lose. So I let them, you know, stick with their 200-pound goal weight, and then when we get there, then we work on, you know, getting them down to a healthy BMI weight.
Now, you mentioned your BMI. Talk to the audience about what a BMI is, because there may be someone who just like, what is a BMI? She's talking over my head. Tell them what a BMI is and where their BMI should be.
So the BMI is known as your body mass index, and that is a number that we use to determine whether you're healthy, normal, or overweight, underweight, morbidly obese. And a lot of times people that are considering bariatric surgery, you have to have a BMI of 40. Typically, if your BMI is at 40, that means you need to lose at least 100 pounds or so. Or if you're at a BMI of 35, then you need to have, you know, some comorbidities like diabetes or a heart condition or something like that to lose weight. The BMI is based on your height. So you take your height. There's a lot of BMI calculators out there, and you just enter in your height and your weight, and it'll tell you what your BMI is or what it should be.
Okay. And
so
I know there are multiple
ways
you can do it. I'm 5'3". Well, I'm 5'2.5", but I cheat and I say I'm 5'3". So we're gonna go with 5'3".
5'3"?
Yes.
I'm going to tell you what your maximum weight should be for a normal BMI or for someone who is 5'3", and your maximum weight should be 141 pounds, and that would put your BMI at.
That's some work, girl. That's some work to do.
That would put your BMI at 24.97. Anything 25 and above is considered overweight.
And what should it be again? 20 what? Hello,
so
are you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. What did you say it should be?
No more than 25%.
25%. Yeah, I've heard that before, 25%. Okay. Ooh, so I should be 100 and what? Look, I'm going to let her use me as a guinea pig, y'all. So I should be around 140.
140, yep.
Wow, yeah. I got some work to do, folks. I'm going to have to use my accountability partner. I'm going to have to use my accountability partners to get myself going and getting it together. But I am active. I do cardio kickboxing 2 to 3 times a week for an hour. So
awesome.
I am doing that. I'm eating more healthy. And I don't know. I know the BMI is very important, and I don't really go according to weight. I go according to the way I feel. Because sometimes I can always tell when I'm at an unhealthy weight. My knees will start to bother me. I start to feel a little different. So you have to listen to your body at the same time. And let's use that as a segue to talk about exercising. How often should you be exercising, and what is your exercise regimen?
You know, exercise is something that you need to incorporate into your daily lifestyle. It's something that you should do every day. At a minimum, a 30-minute walk is going to give you a lot of health benefits. Me personally, I have an activity tracker, so I get at least 10,000 steps in a day. That's walking 5 miles. Not all at once. Sometimes in the morning I get up and I walk 4 miles before work, or, you know, I take some breaks at work and I'll walk on my lunch break or something like that. And then I also do strength training at least 3 times a week. I go to the gym for about an hour, and I'll do 30 minutes of cardio and 30 minutes of strength training. I don't have a lot of time, so I'm in and out within an hour. I don't spend a lot of time on fitness, but I get it in usually early in the morning because by the end of the day, I'm tired. I have things to do. I have coaching sessions. I have, you know, my family. I got to cook, you know, take care of my kids. So, 3 times a week with the strength training. And then I also started running because that was one of the things that, when you're overweight, you lie to yourself and you tell yourself that you physically can't do.
Right.
So one of the things I used to say is, I hate running. Don't ask me to run nowhere. My boobs are too big. I don't like running, getting all sweaty and stuff. And that girl, I would come up with every excuse in the book to not run. But deep down inside, I admired runners so much because when I see people running, I'm like, oh, my gosh, the endurance, the strength, the stamina that it takes to run. I wished I could do that. And now that I've lost the weight and I'm healthy, I started running. So that's something that I do now. I regularly sign up for, I live in Florida now, so there's a lot of 5K races things going on. Pretty much every month there's a race going on somewhere. So I did that. This past February, I did the Disney Princess 5K because that was going to be like my celebration run. And it happened to be the coldest day of the year, but I did it. And now next year I'll sign up for the half marathon. I've never done a half marathon, so that'll be the next thing. So, yeah, and here's the other thing about fitness. People seem to think that, and most people don't do that they seem to think that going to the gym is all that they can do, and that's not necessarily what fitness is about. I always tell my clients fitness should be anything that you enjoy doing that involves movement, okay? If you like to shop, then incorporate that as part of your fitness. Spend your day on Saturdays going to the mall and walking around, and then go to the flea market and walk around some more. And before you know it, you've walked 5 miles. That's great. If you like antiquing, go do that. But spend, good quality time doing it so that you get a good workout in. If you like dancing, do that. There are so many groups that have line dancing, that you can sign up for, and that is an awesome workout. Or you can do Zumba. Or, a lot of times Saturday mornings, if I'm in my mood to clean the house, I will blast the music on, and I'm dancing while I'm cleaning the house. I'm getting a workout in. So you have to find what you love to do and turn that into your fitness activity. If you hate going to the gym, don't go to the gym, because you will never stick to it. It'll never become a routine because you hate going there. And there's a lot of people who either A, can't afford a gym membership, don't live near a gym, supposed to do, just not exercise? Of course not. There's plenty of things they can do. They can go outside and go for a walk, go for a run, ride a bike, go rollerblading, play tennis, like I said, do the Zumba, sign up for a pole dancing class, whatever it is that you like to do that doesn't involve just sitting, make that your fitness.
Great advice. We're going to wrap it up a little bit, but I want to recap on all the wonderful information that you have given us this evening, Tanisha, on Stress Less Radio. First of all, remember, it takes 21 days to create a habit, so we want everyone to get started on creating healthy habits, whether it's eating healthier, getting yourself moving, or drinking more water. We want you to just be around for a really, really long time. We want you to be happy, healthy, and harmonious. Remember, it's 70% what you eat determines your weight loss journey. You need 70% is nutrition and your diet. Surround yourself with others who have common goals. Try to keep your BMI at 25 or less. That's your body mass index. You want to keep that at 25 or less. Just get moving. Do things that you enjoy. Find a motivator or motivation as to why you are starting this healthy journey. Tell us, Tanisha, how everyone can stay in contact with you, so if they have other questions, they can reach out to you and utilize your services.
Sure. You can find me on Facebook at Tanisha, www.facebook.com/Tanisha Fit for Life. I'm also on Instagram at Fit for Life by Tanisha. And my website is www.fitforlifebytanisha.com. You can also email me, TanishaFitForLife@gmail.com, and you can always call me or text me at 321-345-9445.
Great. We are so excited to have you on Stress Less Radio. Thank you so much for pouring into our audiences. I know that someone learned something this evening about living a happy, healthy, and harmonious lifestyle. Before we let you go, tell us 3 ways that you decrease stress, you relax, and rejuvenate your mind and your body.
3 ways. First one is walking. I used to comfort my stress by eating. So, of course, I had to find something to help me not eat. And walking is the main thing that helps me the most. It's healthy for me, and it just allows me to clear my mind and to refocus on what it is that's causing me stress so I can think clearly. So that would be the first thing. The second thing for me is just being outside. Sometimes being inside of a building or a space or a room just kind of adds to my stress. But when I'm outside in nature, especially if the sun is out and I can feel the warmth of my skin, that helps relieve my stress. And the third thing is really just kind of, and this is more of a life lesson, because I used to feel a lot of stress in my life, and it wasn't until I found my God-given purpose of why I am here and what am I supposed to be doing, that really was the turning point in alleviating the bulk of the stress in my life. Because sometimes, you get in a rut, you go to work, you come home, you go to work, you come home. And if the work that you're doing isn't really your God-given purpose, then that becomes your job, becomes your stress. So I think it's important for people to find out, what is your God-given purpose? What were you put on this earth to do? And when you find your purpose and you work in your purpose, it relieves a lot of stress.
Yes, it does. Thank you so much for being a part of Stress Less Radio. Everyone, please reach out to Tanisha if you need to find her. You can also find her on my social media pages, especially my Facebook page. I've been posting some of her tips throughout the show to just help you to have some quick tidbits from what we talked about this evening. Thank you so much, Tanisha. All right, make sure you tune in every Tuesday at 6 p.m. to Stress Less Radio with Chere Cofield, the Stress Manager. Visit my website, ChereCofieldInternational.com. Make sure you sign up for the free newsletter there, and also take the free stress quiz. Find out your stress score. That's right, you have a stress score. And then after you get your score, it's going to give you some directions on what you need to do. You can always send me a message through Facebook or right through my website. Feel free to reach out if you have questions about managing your stress, or you just want to have a moment just to unwind and relax and rejuvenate, and you need some more help with that. Remember, stress comes from challenges being greater than our ability to deal with them. So guess what? The Stress Manager is here for you. I will help you to better deal with your stressors in your life so that you can live a happy, healthy, and harmonious lifestyle. Until next Tuesday, stay well and stress less.